Welcome back, my friend. Remember in part one when I shared that the Mayo Clinic research shows that what you eat directly impacts how you experience perimenopause and menopause? Well, if you are tired of symptoms running your life, part two is about to blow your mind. And if you missed part one, I'm going to link it below. Now, here's what we've already covered. We talked about phytoestrogens and omega-3s, aka your hormones' new best friends. Now it's time to unmask that sneaky saboteur that may be amplifying your symptoms and making you feel so much worse. Plus, we're going to be diving into 2 additional foods and the less talked about but oh so important reasons that they're going to make you feel amazing. And here's a quick refresh because we know that menopause brain fog is real. The first we talked about was phytoestrogens. These are those magical little hormone balancers that exist in seeds, beans, and in whole grains. And we talked about omega-3s, your personal chill pill for sleep, brain fog, mood, and turning down the dial on your internal furnace. Now let's expose this food villain. Ready for the big reveal? It's non-fermented soy products. Now here's the scoop. Often soy struts around wearing this menopause superfood cape. But the unfermented kinds, think soy milk, edamame, processed soy foods, could actually be throwing gasoline on your symptom fire. For some of us, these sneaky soy products can turn your hot flashes from being a warm tropical vacation to standing at the gates of hell. They mess with your hormones, they meddle with your thyroid in not a good way, and they give you bloating that makes you look 6 months pregnant. Yeah, we don't need to do that again. And here's the kicker. This stuff can be hiding in those healthy alternatives like veggie burgers, protein bars, dairy alternatives, and basically anything labeled as gluten-free. So this is a sneaky little devil that we need to look into. Other names it goes by are textured vegetable protein, TVP. It's often made with soy. Also, hydrolyzed vegetable protein and lecithin are just a few that I want you to know about. Want to play detective? Here's your mission, should you choose to accept it. Read all the food labels and get super familiar with all of the names that sneaky soy goes by. Keep a symptom diary for 2 weeks and note when you eat it and what happens with your symptoms. Do you start to feel funny in your body again? Go soy-free for 2 to 3 weeks. And I know that's a big commitment because soy is in a lot of products that we purchase. Then after 2 to 3 weeks, I'm going to reintroduce it and see if your body throws a tantrum. And here's a plot twist. Some women do just fine. In fact, they thrive with fermented, not non-fermented, but fermented soy products like tempeh or miso. And those are the really good guys that are great for our gut health. But often women will react to the unfermented stuff. So it's making that determination between the two for you. Let's dive back into talking about the foods that have a positive effect by minimizing your symptoms. So just to bring it back, we talked about phytoestrogens and we talked about omega-3s. But the third one in the lineup is protein. Yes, I know, another protein lecture, but stick with me, my friend, because this is not your average eat more chicken breast pep talk. This is the holy moly protein does what? Revelation that you've been waiting for. Yes, it helps to build and maintain muscle mass. And yes, it helps you to feel full longer. But here's a bunch of super cool things that very few people talk about. Think of protein like your mood's personal therapist. Protein actually helps to reduce anxiety and depression. And here's why. The amino acids from protein are essential for creating neurotransmitters like serotonin, GABA, and dopamine. Those are the feel-good, happiness, mood-boosting chemicals that our brain needs. Now, do you experience hot flashes? More good news. Protein helps to regulate your body temperature, potentially offering you more relief from your hot flashes. But wait, there's more. Do you remember the days when your blood sugar was stable and you didn't want to eat everything at 2 p.m. in the afternoon? Protein again to the rescue. During perimenopause and menopause, our blood sugar goes rogue, and we can all of a sudden experience insulin resistance, leading to energy crashes, crazy, uncontrollable cravings and hunger, surprise weight gain, and hot flashes or other vasomotor symptoms. Protein helps to stabilize our blood sugar, which means that our energy and our weight are also more stable, and our hot flashes are reduced. So what's the magic number? 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of ideal body weight. If you said that, yes, you are exactly on the money. So if your goal weight is 130 pounds, that means that you should be consuming 104 grams of protein to 130 grams of protein per day. And if you're not tracking or you haven't tracked previously, I would lay odds that you're probably not getting enough. And there's actually even more benefits to consuming more protein, but I'm going to leave that for another video. Oh, and hey, if you want my menopause nutrition power guide that includes all of these symptom busting nutrients and the best foods to easily add these to your diet, plus a 5-day recipe and menu plan that I've incorporated that have so many of these foods I've talked about in video 1 and video 2, as well as a shopping list and 2 bonuses, the sneaky foods to avoid that can make your symptoms worse, and a menopause symptoms and solutions quick reference guide, you're going to want to grab it in the description box below. Number 4, fiber, your belly's best friend and secret weapon. Let's talk about fiber, baby. Now, I know that's not the sexiest topic, but stick with me because this stuff is like magic for your menopause muffin top. It reduces belly fat. Remember when I said that our blood sugar goes rogue during menopause? Well, fiber is like the traffic cop for glucose. It helps to regulate our blood sugar by slowing down the glucose absorption and helps prevent insulin resistance, which we know contributes to belly fat around the middle. And if menopause has you raiding the pantry like a raccoon at midnight, I am guilty of that. Fiber is your new buddy. It keeps you feeling full and satisfied, so you're not inhaling a bag of chips and wondering what's happened to your willpower. It also supports your microbiome, and here's where we're going to get a little more sciencey again, but in a cool way. Fiber acts as a prebiotic, feeding your beneficial gut bacteria that helps to metabolize estrogens. In other words, fiber helps to modulate your hormone levels naturally during this transition when our hormones are all over the place and fluctuating. The next thing it does is cholesterol management. Suddenly, do you have a cholesterol number that shocks even your doctor? Yeah, I did too. That's because as our estrogen nosedives, our cholesterol skyrockets. Good times, isn't it? The other thing it does is provides relief from vaginal dryness. We're gonna go there. Some research suggests that diets that are high in fiber-rich foods may help in maintaining the moisture in mucous membranes throughout the body, potentially offering some relief from dryness down there, which can be so common. And believe it or not, yes, there are even more reasons why fiber is so important for women in perimenopause and menopause. But we're going to catch that for another time. So how much fiber should you be eating per day? Ideally, you want to consume 28 to 40 grams That's what's considered ideal. And trust me, if you are not tracking, as I said about protein, and being intentional around it, you're probably not getting enough. I personally, even though I consume a lot of vegetables, don't find it that easy to get the recommended daily amounts. So how can you get more fiber into your diet? Well, you can eat lots of berries, lots of vegetables, as I mentioned just a moment ago, which are all high in fiber. I also supplement though, and I front load on the early part of my day. And I use a supplement like this, actually not like this exact one. It is the Bright Side Organics Omega-3 NutriCleanse. So not only does this have, it's loaded with fiber. For one serving, there's 14 grams of fiber. That's a ton. So I get that first thing in the day with my breakfast, mix it into my Greek yogurt, or you can put it into your oatmeal if you prefer oatmeal. It's also full of omegas and phytoestrogens. So this is amazing. So there's this one, and then there's also another one that I use as well. So if you want to check that out, I have provided it in the link below. Other foods that are fiber rich include black beans, chickpeas, whole grains like quinoa, oats, barley, and brown rice. Vegetables like artichokes, broccoli, cauliflower, dark leafy greens, avocados. Half of an avocado has 10 grams of fiber. Amazing. Berries, apples and pears eaten with their skins on. Flax seeds, chia seeds have tons of fiber, and also pumpkin seeds. Now, have you noticed that many of those foods are also phytoestrogens? Now, just a tip with adding more fiber to your diet. Start slowly, or you're going to experience some serious bloating and gas. Here's your foolproof plan. The Morning Glory Bowl. I have this every single day. I love, love, love it. Plain Greek yogurt, hello protein, starts my day off right. You can jazz that up with some flax seeds or the NutriCleanse mixed in. Top that with a little bit of cottage cheese, some mixed berries, more fiber, and a sprinkle of pumpkin or sesame seeds. And more is more when it comes to hormone happiness, so I sprinkle those seeds all over everything. Lunch and dinner. Think fatty fish like salmon. Remember, that's your omega-3 and your protein powerhouse. Put that on a bed of leafy greens or create a delicious bowl with some pearl barley as your base and some sauteed vegetables. Sprinkle on some sesame seeds or sunflower seeds, and here's the best part. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight. Small tweaks like adding flax seeds to your Greek yogurt, pumpkin seeds on top of your salads, or tossing some spinach into your smoothies. These can all add up to huge results. Let's wrap this up with your cheat sheet. Phytoestrogen foods are your little hormone balancing miracles. Omega-3s are your personal chill pill. Protein is your personal therapist, your miracle mood worker. Fiber is your belly fat's secret weapon. And listen to your body. It is smarter than any diet book. We just need to learn how to listen to it. And remember, you have far more power over your symptoms than you've been led to believe. Small, simple changes can help you feel like yourself again. Want my exact roadmap? Grab my free menopause nutrition power guide. It is this same plan that I've used to help me to rein in my Godzilla, get rid of my brain fog, and help me sleep like a baby. The link is below. And if you're feeling lonely on this journey, join our free Facebook group where we keep it real. Brain fog is far more fun when you've got friends around. And if you missed part 1, check it out here. Here. Until next time, stay hot and fabulous.